Welcome back, everyone. So Juneteenth is this Sunday. The federal holiday commemorates the effective end of slavery in the United States. It was on June 19th, 1865, when Major General Gordon Granger landed at Galveston, Texas, with news that the Civil War had ended and blacks were free. So this was 2.5 years after President Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation was signed that was supposed to do the very same thing. Now, while Juneteenth symbolically represents freedom, slaves in the two Union border states, Delaware and Kentucky, would not be freed until 6 months later. It is a complicated story, but one that historians feel is crucial to understanding this country's past, present, and future. Adonica Toller is a well-known historian here in Jacksonville. She now runs the Eartha M.M. White Historic Museum at the Clara White Mission. She explains the division in this country during the Civil War between the Union states and Confederate states.
The Emancipation Proclamation was freeing slaves in another country. The Confederacy was a country. They had their own flag, their own money. Their headquarters was in Virginia. Jefferson Davis was the president.
Union President Abraham Lincoln called on all Confederate states to free their slaves, but didn't free all the slaves in the Union.
There were slave states in the Union that the Emancipation Proclamation did not apply to.
Lincoln justified slavery as a wartime measure and only applied it to the Confederate states currently in rebellion.
So that's like the United States telling another country what to do.
In Florida, slaves were freed on May 20th, 1865. Each state had their own Freedom Day. Clara White, a former slave here in Florida, started her legacy shortly after she was freed by feeding people out of her own home.
With the end of slavery, being freed, she started serving the community because she noticed friends and neighbors who were hungry. So being freed, she used her freedom to continue to help people.
Toller believes it's important to understand this history because now that African Americans are born free, the question is, what are all of us doing with our freedom to achieve and enforce equality?
If you do not advocate or block it or stand up and know what's happening, you'll be following a law or you'll, why is this like this? Well, this law was passed 2 years ago and you're like, I'm not aware of that. Well, that's your fault as a citizen, or even in our unique situation as African Americans, we just have to fight for everything that we have.
Now, last year in June, President Biden signed the Juneteenth National Independence Day Act, officially making June 19th a federal holiday. And there are a number of things happening this weekend to commemorate Juneteenth all over our county and outside counties as well. So tomorrow morning, the 4th annual Juneteenth Freedom Walk will start at 8th and North Davis Street. That's at 10 o'clock. The Melanin Market, which features more than 250 local businesses, is on from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Also at 4 p.m., Daly's Place will host a free gospel concert and celebration. There are also events happening at the beaches and in other communities. News4jax.com. We have a county by county breakdown of everything that has taken place.